This is Esteban Carbillo. The story began on the 17th of April, 2005, when Madeline Gata, an 85-year-old elderly woman, was attacked in an attempted robbery. The police were looking for the main suspect in the crime, a young man named Esteban Carbillo, who was 26 years old. After a thorough investigation, the police were able to arrest him and bring him to the Providence police station to interrogate him about the incident. During the investigation, the investigator, James Allen, who served in the police force for 27 years, was responsible for interrogating Carbillo. At an unexpected moment, the room investigator left to bring a cup of water to the suspect, leaving his firearm in the investigation room. Carbillo took advantage of the opportunity and took possession of the gun, then fired twice at investigator Allen, which led to his immediate death. Then Carbillo tried to escape the police building by jumping from a window on the 3rd floor, but his injuries as a result of falling were not enough to prevent him from trying to escape. However, the police were able to arrest him after a short interrogation. In court, after the crime, everyone was shocked when Carbillo appeared with a sad face and severe bleeding to prevent him from running or jumping. He was wearing a spit shield. This case aroused questions about what if he had been beaten during his arrest. But the Federal Investigation Office confirmed that the police did not use excessive force when arresting him. Then the defense team tried to use the excuse of insanity to save him from the harsh punishment, but the judiciary refused this defense and convicted him of manslaughter. On June 27, 2006, after a long trial, Carbillo was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. Jalil Smith Rayleigh, the moment of judgment that changed everything in Cincinnati, Ohio. Jalil Smith Rayleigh, the young man who confessed to the crime of theft into a tragedy. The police confirmed that he killed a 20-year-old girl and injured her friend who was about to die. That night, Portia Brooks was sitting in her car with her friend Aaron Martin when Smith Rayleigh approached them with 2 other people with the intention of stealing. When he discovered that Martin did not have any money, he shot him in the head, causing him permanent brain damage. Then Smith Rayleigh pointed his gun at Brooks and shot him to end his life after 3 days of suffering. During the trial, the defense attorney expressed his regret, saying, "This is a person who feels real regret and thinks about what he did every day, and knows that he cannot go back in time to correct his mistake. But the pain that the crime left him was not just a memory, but was a reality that the family lives every day." Portia's mother stood in front of the court to say in her influential speech, "He didn't just kill my daughter, but he killed me psychologically and emotionally. He took away my identity as a mother and destroyed my family." As for Portia's sister, she demanded justice, saying, "I am forced to live without Portia, so I have to live without hope and freedom." Then came the decisive moment, when Jalil Smith Rayleigh heard the words that will change his fate forever. Permanent prison without the possibility of conditional release. It is the ruling that will keep him behind bars for the rest of his life, without a chance to return to the outside world again. One night in 2019, a young man named Willie Antoine Fields disappeared. The authorities were informed of his loss. After a search that lasted several days, the body of Willie Fields was found in a remote area and was shot several times. The scene was horrific, and the police immediately began to collect evidence and investigate the crime. After a thorough investigation, doubts quickly turned to a young man named Lindy Lamont Jones, who was 19 years old at the time. Lindy Lamont Jones was arrested on charges of murder. The motive for the crime was not immediately revealed, but investigations indicated that there was a previous conflict between the perpetrator and the victim. On July 13, 2022, 3 years after the incident, Lindy Lamont Jones stood in front of the court and confessed to the murder of Willie Fields. The day was full of emotions, especially for the victim's family, who were waiting for justice. During the hearing, a shocking moment occurred when the victim's father, Willie Clive Fields, was attacked in the courtroom. The father could not control his nerves when he saw his son's killer confessing to his crime, so he was shot in the middle of the crowd. The guard intervened quickly and the situation was controlled. The court sentenced Lindy Lamont Jones to 35 years in prison.